Kane has conditions that must be met if Real Madrid are to have any hope of signing him, Diario Gol reports. The Spanish outlet claims Kane would prefer to work under Mauricio Pochettino rather than Zinedine Zidane, with the latter looking likely to be replaced in the summer. Signing Pochettino would go a long way to getting Kane on board, but it is said that the England striker has no desire to play alongside Karim Benzema or Cristiano Ronaldo, and would ask that the Spanish capital club sell those players before his arrival. Michy Batshuayi looks set to stay at Chelsea as the Premier League side's attempts to sign Roma striker Edin Dzeko have fallen through, reports The Independent. Batshuayi had been linked with a loan move to Sevilla in recent weeks, with the Belgian struggling for game time under Antonio Conte. Having scored twice in Sunday's clash against Newcastle, however, Batshuayi may find himself getting more minutes ahead of the World Cup in Russia. Barcelona star Lionel Messi has urged his club's board to consider a move for Real Madrid attacker Marco Asensio. According to Don Balón, the 22-year-old is considered one of Spain's biggest hopes for the future, but his lack of game time at the Bernabeu has Messi convinced that Barca can swoop in and steal him away from their great rivals. Messi has another motive to revenge. The Argentine is reportedly upset with Madrid's pursuit of PSG star Neymar, who just left Barca last summer and is still close with Messi. Inter Milan are hoping to beat Barcelona to the signing of Real Betis midfielder Fabian Ruiz, claims CalcioMercado.com. Reports had suggested Barca have already agreed a deal to sign Ruiz, who has a €15 million release clause in his contract. But with Betis hoping to raise that figure to €30 million, Inter are aiming to step in and pip Barcelona as well as Serie A rivals Napoli and Roma to the capture of the 21-year-old. Real Madrid forward Cristiano Ronaldo is weighing up a move to Chelsea this summer, according to The Sun. Ronaldo is keen to leave Santiago Bernabeu after this season, with the Premier League his preferred destination. Alexis Sanchez moved to Manchester United, however, has ruled out a return to Old Trafford. Chelsea, though, are keen to take advantage and bring the Portugal captain to Stamford Bridge. Highly rated Monaco midfielder Fabinho has admitted that he has come to the end of the line at the League One club and is ready for a fresh start. Fabinho, 24, has become a cornerstone of the Monaco team, racking up over 200 appearances in 5 years since moving from Real Madrid. His performances have not gone unnoticed, with clubs such as Manchester United and Atletico Madrid both linked to the Brazilian in recent weeks. Read the full story on Goal right here. After scoring a brace against Newcastle on Sunday, Chelsea striker Michy Batshuayi has admitted that his future at the club is in the hands of manager Antonio Conte. The Belgian has been linked with a loan move as the Premier League champions continue to be linked with a host of strikers to help complement Alvaro Morata. When asked by BT Sport about his future following the game, Batshuayi replied, "It's up to the boss, it's better to talk to Conte." Read the full story on Goal right here. Manchester City are ready to launch an astonishing £150 million bid for Chelsea's Eden Hazard, according to the Sunday Mirror. Hazard is currently in a contract deadlock with the Blues, and if that still stands in the summer, City will look to rival Real Madrid for the Belgian signature. Though City refused to pay big money for Alexis Sanchez before he joined Manchester United, they believe Hazard represents greater value, and Pep Guardiola is willing to sanction a move. Chelsea are also said to be interested, with Antonio Conte having coached the midfielder at Juventus. Manchester United will look to sign Manuel Neuer from Bayern Munich should David De Gea leave the club. According to Don Balón, Jose Mourinho is aware that Chelsea would likely never sell Thibaut Courtois to a rival and that Jan Oblak may be too expensive, so the Germany international is seen as a more plausible option. United could offer the 32-year-old Neuer one last big payday while the goalkeeper is still in his prime. League One side Monaco are said to be open to offers for Liverpool and Arsenal target Keita Balda. According to the Mirror, the 22-year-old signed a 5-year deal at Monaco last summer in a transfer worth around £30 million to former club Lazio, but club's new sporting director, Michael Emenalo, is willing to sell at a profit if an appropriate bid is received. Inter are mulling over a deal for Paris Saint-Germain's Javier Pastore but will not be making a move for Liverpool striker Daniel Sturridge, says director Piero Wasilio. Sturridge's opportunities have been restricted at Liverpool. The forward starting 5 Premier League matches this season under Jurgen Klopp, and he has been linked with the move away from Anfield. But Wasilio, who confirmed Marcelo Brozovic will not be allowed to leave Inter despite links to Arsenal and Everton, has his sights set on Pastore rather than the England international. Read the full story on Goal right here. Manchester United and crosstown rivals City are facing a duel over the signature of Shakhtar Donetsk midfielder Fred. According to the Daily Star, the two Manchester clubs both covet the 24-year-old Brazilian, whose fee has reportedly reached £50 million. If Fred doesn't move before the end of January, United and City will resume their battle in the summer. Italian wonderkid Pietro Pellegrini has explained that Monaco's famous talent for youth development persuaded him to choose the club over a host of top European sides. Monaco completed the signing of 16-year-old Pellegrini from Genoa for a reported fee of €25 million on Saturday. The forward, who is linked with Serie A champions Juventus as well as Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United, has agreed a long-term deal at Stade Louis II. Read the full story on Goal right here. Bayern Munich are ready to sell Arturo Vidal this summer and Manchester United are ready to swoop, reports Bild via the Manchester Evening News. Chelsea are also said to be interested, with Antonio Conte having coached the midfielder at Juventus. Jurgen Klopp is seemingly resigned to losing Emre Can on a free transfer, but insists he has no complaints about him running down his contract as long as he continues to behave professionally at Liverpool. The Germany international has been linked with the move away from Liverpool for a long time, particularly since entering the final 6 months of his contract at the start of January. Juventus are said to be the favourites to secure Can's signature if he does leave Anfield, with the move in this transfer window even mooted initially. But Klopp is adamant Can will not be departing before the end of the month, even if he looks likely to lose the player on a free transfer. Read what the Liverpool boss had to say right here. Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho is concerned by Andreas Pereira's recent lack of playing time at Valencia, according to the Manchester Evening News. Pereira is on a season-long loan at Valencia, but has made just one brief substitute appearance in the club's last 3 matches. Mourinho isn't planning to recall the midfielder, but is worried about the situation and also the position Pereira has been playing in at the Mestalla. Arsenal and Chelsea have both made inquiries about signing Rochdale's teenage midfielder Daniel Adshead, reports ESPN. The 16-year-old has made 7 appearances for Dale this season after making his first team debut for the League One club back in September. He has been scouted regularly by Arsenal and Chelsea, who are now preparing to step up their interest as Rochdale manager Keith Hill attempts to hold on to Adshead. Real Madrid, Barcelona and Manchester City are all interested in signing Inter defender Milan Skriniar, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. Skriniar, 22, joined Inter from Sampdoria last summer and has excelled in his debut season at San Siro, leading to reported interest from 3 of Europe's powerhouses. Wolves teenager Morgan Gibbs-White has agreed a professional contract with the championship leaders, reports The Sun. Arsenal, Liverpool and Tottenham all showed interest in Gibbs-White, who impressed for England at the Under-17 World Cup last year. However, the midfielder has decided to commit his future to Wolves and stay at Molineux, rather than push for a move to the Premier League. Barcelona are closing in on a deal to sign Gremio midfielder Arthur Melo, according to Marca. The Blaugrana have already brought in Philippe Coutinho and Yerry Mina during the January transfer window, but Ernesto Valverde is keen to bring in Arthur before the end of the month. Real Madrid are lining up an approach for Tottenham manager Mauricio Pochettino to replace Zinedine Zidane, reports the Daily Mirror. The Argentine masterminded Spurs' 31 victory over Real earlier this season, as well as a gutsy 11 draw in the Bernabeu, and Real have been impressed by the club's performances in Europe. Pochettino, when asked about the possibility of a move earlier this week, refused to rule out the idea, and Real may test Spurs' resolve in the coming months. Manchester United are one of the teams on alert, with Borussia Dortmund prepared to let Marc Bartra leave in search of more playing time, according to Marca. Manchester City, Juventus and Real Betis are also reportedly chasing the defender, who has found playing time hard to come by under Peter Stoger. Borussia Dortmund have told Arsenal to pay up for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang this month, according to the Daily Star. The Gunners are interested in signing the Gabon international, but have thus far refused to meet Dortmund's £55 million valuation. A £45 million bid was rejected by the German club, who are determined to play hardball as they attempt to retain their key man. Chelsea are ready to make an improved bid for Edin Dzeko. According to the Sunday Express, Antonio Conte wants to add the striker and Roma teammate Emerson Palmieri, but the Dzeko is demanding a 2.5-year contract and the Blues are only prepared to offer an 18-month deal. Borussia Dortmund are the latest club to show an interest in signing Paris Saint-Germain winger Lucas Moura, according to Telefoot, via Le 10 Sport. Lucas is reportedly close to agreeing a move to Tottenham, having previously been linked with Arsenal and Manchester United. But now Dortmund could be about to launch a late bid as they look for a replacement for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Liverpool and Tottenham may miss out on PSG midfielder Javier Pastore, who claims he'd like a move to Inter. Pastore admits that Syria is an attractive destination, having previously played for Palermo in Italy. There is a lot of talk about Inter, and if I were to leave, I'd like to go there, especially as I know Syria and my wife is Italian. Read the rest of his comments right here. Burnley are keen on signing Arsenal defender Rob Holding on a loan deal until the end of the season, according to The Sun on Sunday. Claret's boss Sean Dyche wants to add more competition for first-choice centre-backs Ben Mee and James Tarkowski, and sees Holding as the ideal alternative. The Gunners will only consider letting Holding leave, though, if they can secure a move for West Brom's Johnny Evans. West Ham have opened talks regarding a January move for striker Graziano Pelle, according to Gianluca Di Marzio. Former Southampton forward Pelle, who now plies his trade with Shandong Luneng in China, is being eyed as cover for the perennially injured Andy Carroll. West Brom boss Alan Pardew has suggested a hamstring injury suffered by Johnny Evans in Saturday's FA Cup win over Liverpool could scupper a January move for the Northern Ireland defender. Pardew revealed on Friday that the club have received approaches for the 30-year-old, but that none had met the Baggies' valuation of the player, who has 18 months left on his contract. Read his full comments on goal. Jose Mourinho has insisted that Alexis Sanchez was a cheap signing for Manchester United, despite his astronomical wages. He was cheap, wasn't he, said Mourinho. A free transfer, he was free. For that price, he is fantastic. I think everyone thinks the same in this country. You can read his full comments here. Newcastle have joined Liverpool in the race to sign Gremio star Luan. According to The Sun, Jurgen Klopp is thought to be an admirer of the Olympic champion, but the report claims that Newcastle could get a deal done for £17.5 million if they move before the close of the winter window. Tottenham remain in talks with PSG over the £22 million signing of Lucas Moura, report the Daily Telegraph. Spurs are determined to sign the Brazil international in January, but the deal is yet to be completed. The two clubs remain in talks, with Spurs aware that they have until Wednesday to conclude the transfer. Juventus have opened talks for Arsenal target Ferreira Carrasco. According to Sky Sports Italia via Calcio Mercato, the Belgian has a €100 million release clause in his contract with Atletico Madrid, and the Serie A side are desperate to replace the recently injured Juan Cuadrado. Manchester City can't afford to buy 22 top players, according to Pep Guardiola, who claims the club are limited in their spending. The City boss comments come after both Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte said their clubs couldn't compete with the money spent by Guardiola. Check out his response right here. Cristiano Ronaldo has revealed he has no plans to leave Real Madrid amid talk of transfer interest from Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain. Real's struggles in 2017 have highlighted the need for a freshening up of the ranks, with it suggested that Ronaldo could be a victim of that process. But Ronaldo has pledged his future to the Blancos. Read the full quotes right here on goal. Luis Enrique is Chelsea's top target to replace Antonio Conte, with the Italian set to leave the club, report the Mail on Sunday. Enrique left Barcelona in the summer, and his availability has seen him placed above the likes of Massimiliano Allegri and Diego Simeone in the club's pecking order. It is understood that Conte is set to either resign or be sacked in the coming months, having clashed with the club's players, notably Diego Costa and hierarchy in recent months. Daniel Sturridge is poised to complete a move to Inter Milan after Liverpool dropped their asking price for the striker, reports the Daily Mirror. The Reds wanted a loan fee of £5 million for the forward, but dropped that to £1.5 million, and he is now set to leave for San Siro. Neymar claims he's happy at Paris Saint-Germain amid mounting speculation that the Brazilian could be headed for Real Madrid this summer. I'm happy with my teammates and I'm happy at PSG, he told reporters. I have good games and numbers and come here to make history and do my best. Read his full quotes here.